So one of the things that I realized, because I love dancing with new people, and I'm often at the Ecstatic Dance venue and inviting people into contact improv, into a touch-based dance, people that have never done it before, and without words, just in the milieu of the dance, just being able to indicate to someone that I see you, I would like to dance with you, would you like to dance with me, that kind of communication, and then being able to actually meet them in a physical way that transmits the language of contact improvisation dance. And I guess I'll just try to hit the points that I brought to someone who was curious about where I'm going with this, what I've been teaching, what I've been doing I ran an orientation class for about a year and a half, and then started my own something I'm calling Shall We Dance Together. That's a 2 hour sort of an environment for helping people navigate this partner dancing that has no rules, and but yet some etiquette, but so much of it is sort of unspoken, and yet the dynamics are at play. So one of the things I've developed is kind of a map of the relational kind of interactions, and it's pretty simple. It's basically that I've come to realize there's really two polarities in relating. The simplest level I've gotten it to is there's going, which is talking, expressing, moving, having your own groove, and then there's going with. So if you're grooving and having a great dance, I can relate to you and go with what you're doing without losing myself. So there's almost these two sort of energetic directions. One is sort of radiating out, and the other one's receiving that radiation and then responding to it. So those are two polarities. And then, but it can get a little confusing because there's also what I figured out are 4 roles. So there's the role of, oh, I'm radiating. Oh, well, let me back up a bit. There's soloing, which is here I am having my dance. I might be inside of a group of many people, but I'm really not attending to them. I'm really attending inwardly to myself and to the music, and that's the primary and pretty much only relationship is me and the music. So me with my body and me with the music, and that's a solo dance. That's where most people start when they enter the ecstatic dance space. And one of the very first things that is obvious is that I might be seen. I'm exposed, and so in order to even dance in an environment like that, one needs to be able to withstand, accept, allow attention from other people. Whether it's actually happening or not, there's this idea that, wow, attention could be on me. Am I okay with that? Can I continue to have my enjoyment even as I might be observed? And some people thrive in that, narcissistic, not to use a label, but yeah, here I am, check me out. And others, my background is that would really cause me to freeze. If I really thought I was the center of attention, that was really riddled with shame for me, and I would kind of freeze and not be able to handle that if I put my attention on it. So there's soloing. Then there's relating. So not just relating to the music, but then sort of relating to myself. And now the next sort of possibility is, wow, I could relate to other people who are having their own dance and relating to themselves. How do I bridge that gap? How do I let them know, or how do I include them? What's the magic that goes on there? So then we can move into like partner or duet kind of relation there. There's also what happens if there's a group that forms. So there's a way to have my own dance, but also be including many people at once. And then there's the whole field of the whole room. It's almost like if you see sandpipers, when they're flying, they're all in the field. They don't lead and follow. They're all responding together as one. And although we don't really get that way on the dance floor, in a sense it's like that because the music is affecting us all and we're all responding to the same impetus. So there's that, and then but those same sandpipers, when they land, they each become individuals and they all sort of walk on their own, and then boom, they all go off together again. So there's something about my own sort of inner, having my own kind of relationship, and then the relationship of the entire energy field that I'm connected to and maybe attuned to.